songs, let me tell you about a friend. It's Craig LeBlanc where the good times never end. Talking Parks and Rec, it's a show you gotta know. Welcome one and all to the Daily Parks and Rec Show. It's the Daily Parks and Rec Show.
You start growing with these people that you work with. They end up like family. It's really more. It's a big work family. So when you're there, they're not gonna say no. They're not gonna not help you. They want you to grow just as much as you want the park to grow. And when you're thinking about the big picture of everything, it's really more or less. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle now.
Welcome back to the Daily Parks and Rec Show from the 2025 LRPA convention. Joining us is Evy Brown from Ponchatoula Parks and Recreation, a young professional who literally grew up in the park she now helps run. From nervous first days on the job to finding purpose, community, and a career she loves, Evy shares what it's really like entering Parks and Rec and why this field is more than a job. It's a lifestyle. If you're a student, a young professional, or considering a future in Parks and Recreation, this conversation is for you. Let's dive in.
Oh, well, that was quick. Okay. This is Craig LeBlanc, again, with the Daily Parks and Rec Show, our day 3 at Louisiana Parks and Rec convention, which is their 80th anniversary. And today I have with me a special guest, Evy Brown from Ponchatoula. Shout out to all the family I have in Ponchatoula, a beautiful city. But this is your second year in Parks and Rec, correct?
Going on second year.
Second year. And she just agreed to come on to the Young Professionals Network, which is now shifted to, it used to be on Friday, 12 noon Eastern, but now it's shifted to Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern, because that's a better time for the demographic that's in school. And so I asked them, what's the best time? So that's the new time coming out. So how did you discover Parks and Rec? Or tell us a little bit about who you were in high school or college, and maybe as an athlete. Like, did you discover Parks and Rec, or were you like a park rat when you grew up? Or
So I've technically been playing at the same park I work at since I was 8 years old.
No way. So you're from Ponchatoula then?
Yes, I am.
No way.
Born and raised.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I did various sports there: cheer, volleyball, softball. I kind of basically grew up and aged out there.
Yeah.
And
they kicked you out.
They kicked me out basically.
So how can I get back in forever?
Well, actually, my sister started working there about 2 years before me, a year and a half, 2 years before me. And they had an opening for a position, and it was a lot closer from what I was used to driving. So I was like, oh yeah, this would be a great opportunity for me. Yeah. And I basically know the park in and out. Didn't know anything about the financial aspect of anything, but from what I could tell you is I am more happy now than I've ever been at a job.
Wow.
Because I love what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, tell us about Ponchatoula and what it is, because it's a little Louisiana city off of I-12, correct?
Correct. Yeah. This is basically pretty much mainly known for Strawberry Festival, obviously.
Yeah.
But
that's a huge event, isn't it? How many people attend that each year?
It's way too many for me to keep up with.
It's in the hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, it is.
Takes over the whole city.
It brings everybody in. But it's a fairly big town.
Yeah.
And there's just so much. There's so much to love about it. Like there's not one thing. You can't go into one place and be like, oh, this isn't historic. You can't not love this.
Yeah. It's a beautiful little picturesque town. If you ever get a chance, it's right off I-12. So if you're coming through town, definitely stop in and say hello. And got a great little downtown area that's always bustling and stuff.
Always hopping.
Yeah. All right. So what was it like first getting into Parks and Rec as a job this time? What was kind of your first week, month? What did you expect and what was it?
I was very nervous, honestly. I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, well, I've played here my whole life, but I've never known the background of anything really. I didn't know any maintenance behind anything. I didn't know any financial aspect behind anything. So the longer the days got to where I wasn't really doing anything at first, like I was still doing majority of my job, but it was like I had a lot of downtime. So I would take the opportunity. They gave me like a little starter binder. So I would take the opportunity to just like look through everything, kind of memorize the fields, memorize the placement, memorize the names, and just to make sure like that I knew what I was talking about when somebody called me.
Yeah.
But then I started to, as I got more into the job and was trusted more, I got more responsibilities, and now I'm busy all day.
Wow. Yeah, they definitely keep you moving.
They do.
Okay, so I want to play a little promotion that we made for the Parks and Rec industry about why you should consider Parks and Recreation as a career path. And then I'd like for you to kind of give your personal testimony and maybe even like a sales pitch for the industry to young college kids about why this industry is so fun to work in and how meaningful it is to you. So I'll play this and let's get your take on it.
Every career is a choice, but few careers let you touch lives. Not once in a while, but every single day. Step into a park on a Saturday morning. You'll hear children laughing on the soccer field, families gathering for a picnic, seniors walking the trails, finding health and friendship. And behind every smile, every memory, is a Parks and Rec professional. We don't just mow fields, we grow confidence in young athletes. We don't just build playgrounds, we create safe spaces where childhood thrives. We don't just plan events, we design moments that anchor generations. Think of the coach who teaches patience, the director who champions equity, the staff member who sees potential in a child no one else believed in. Every day, Parks and Rec professionals shape character, preserve beauty, and strengthen community. And the path isn't easy. Budgets are tight, resources stretched thin, but the reward, unmatched. Because what you give comes back in legacy, in healthier communities, in lives forever changed. So why dedicate your life to Parks and Recreation? Because here, your work never ends. It lives on, in laughter echoing across playgrounds, in green spaces preserved for the next century, in the young professionals rising to lead tomorrow. This is not just a career, it's a calling, it's a legacy, it's Parks and Recreation. A message from the Parks and Rec community.
All right, so imagine yourself sitting in front of a whole group of college kids at a class, you know, and you're giving your testimony as to what Parks and Rec means to you. What would be your kind of pitch to them?
Wow. Okay, so I would basically explain about everything what I do and just say that it's gonna seem like all it is sports at first, but it's not. You start growing with these people that you work with. They end up like family. It's really more it's a big work family. So when you're there and you need help, there's not one person you can't go to and be like, "Hey, this is what I need." Like they're not going to say no. They're not going to not help you. They want you to grow just as much as you want the park to grow. So when you're there and when you're thinking about the big picture of everything, it's really more or less, it's not a job. It's a lifestyle now. Like it's amazing. It's fun. It's upbeat. We make the best of it. I would 100% recommend working at any recreation park.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of careers, you your first day, you're taught how to do a little process. And then you just do that process for the next 10 years.
Yes.
It's just the
You
same
kind of get
thing
in the same
over and over.
routine. Yeah.
But not so with Parks and Rec. Maybe talk
Not
about
really.
the diversity of all the different tasks and maybe even speak about the skills that you've already added to your skill set.
So I came from first working at a daycare and then a loan company. So I kind of had a little bit of financial background already. And when I stepped into the position, it was at first is very simplistic, answering phone calls, directing everybody to where they need to go, just answering basic, simple questions. So it wasn't really that hard. That wasn't really, you just pretty much had to have a good customer service.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten to grow there, I've gotten more financial aspect of it, which I love because I already have a background in that. And it's kind of just it's all put in there. You learn something new every day. Like there's not something you're gonna go walk in and be like, oh my gosh, I can never learn this. It's really not. It takes time, it does, but with everything that's going on around you, there's not a skill set that somebody doesn't want to teach you.
Yeah.
Everybody's eager to learn something or try something new or do something a different way in order to be cohesive with everything.
Yeah. That's a great explanation of it. Okay, so another thing I want to play is a promotion for our YPN show. Maybe you can help us build that, but there's a nationwide there's maybe 50,000 young professionals in this industry that are either in the bucket of they're in school, so they're in college studying to be into Parks and Rec, or like yourself, it's their first 1 to 5 years and they're just trying to learn the ropes and understand the industry. So I'll play this promo real quick and then we can talk more about the young professionals in this. Let's see, Young Professionals Network. Yeah, the Young Professionals of Parks and Rec.
Are you ready to lead the next generation of Parks and Rec? Whether you're a student, intern, or rising leader, welcome to the Young Professionals Network by DPRS Media Co. Our mission? To empower early career professionals in parks and recreation through mentorship, visibility, and real-world leadership development. Our vision? A national network of passionate, prepared, and purpose-driven leaders who shape the future of public service. Starting now. Powered by the Daily Parks and Rec Show, YPN gives you access to exclusive interviews, career-building resources, behind-the-scenes content, and live events, all created by and for the next wave of Parks and Rec professionals. Learn from seasoned directors, build your brand, get involved with national conversations that matter. Whether you're in youth sports, facilities, programming, or policy, YPN is your launchpad. Young Professionals Network, your career, your community, your story.
All right, so I don't know if you know this, Evie, but you will be running Parks and Recreation. You're the next generation of leaders just starting out. But, in 10 years, where do you see yourself in Parks and Recreation?
I definitely see myself growing. Just trying to basically get as much knowledge as I can in order to move up and get those opportunities to better myself in my education.
Yeah. All right, so envision yourself maybe 10 years from now, maybe you're a Park and Rec director, and we actually have people in our network that are part of the Young Professionals Network that are already a director, just in their 20s.
Wow.
We've had them on the show. They've been the president of YPN. Shout out to Gabby Vera and Molly Keys, who are very young directors across the country. But what do you see as the opportunities that are coming in this new world we're coming into, say 2030, 2035? What are the opportunities that might be a little bit different than what y'all are seeing today in Parks and Rec?
Well, definitely coming here, you get a lot of new ideas. You bounce ideas off of everybody when you're networking. You look at everybody around you and you ask them questions about their park, see what you're not doing, see what they aren't doing. And it kind of it gives you more than enough knowledge to fill your head so much. And you're going back with all these ideas. And you're like, we don't know if we're going to make it work, but we're going to try.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, what have you learned, or tell us about some of the breakout sessions or the vendor hall, or some of the stuff that you've seen so far this week?
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite sessions, actually, the first day was thinking outside the box. And that one, I mean, it puts you in a completely different perspective, especially when you're hearing somebody talk about it. Like, it's one thing when somebody just says, hey, think out the box, but it's another whenever you have somebody in front of you explaining all the possibilities that you can do and everything that once you put your mind to it, it can definitely be possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Any closing remarks for any future young professionals? Any message you have for them?
Don't be scared. If you're not happy with your job, you're not gonna love it. And at Parks and Recs, it's so hard not to love it.
Yeah.
Everything about it, the kids, the seniors, like the smiles, there's so much good energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and have a great rest of your convention.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Take care.
Are you ready to lead the next generation of Parks and Rec? Whether you're a student, intern, or rising leader, welcome to the Young Professionals Network by DPRS Media Co. Our mission? To empower early career professionals in parks and recreation through mentorship, visibility, and real-world leadership development. Our vision? A national network of passionate, prepared, and purpose-driven leaders who shape the future of public service. Starting now. Powered by the Daily Parks and Rec Show, YPN gives you access to exclusive interviews, career-building resources, behind-the-scenes content, and live events, all created by and for the next wave of Parks and Rec professionals. Learn from seasoned directors, build your brand, get involved with national conversations that matter. Whether you're in youth sports, facilities, programming, or policy, YPN is your launchpad. Young Professionals Network, your career, your community, your story.